Hey, how's everybody doing? Razor Speed Freak 650 is back. Took a little bit of time off during the holidays. Got the frame stretched. Added 5 inches to the length. Added about an inch and a half to the overall height. So it's not any longer. We've made a taller bike. And because of that, we've got to run a MX650 wheel up front now. So we got a 16-inch wheel up front on the RSF. But came out of paint last night. Looking good. Looking good. The whole object was to do something, and not really know what's been done. You know, there was I've got some comments that, oh, why didn't you cut back here and just stretch it? Oh, you cut in front of the motor. Well, I added 5 inches to my battery tray. I slid my foot pegs back 5 inches, and by doing it this way, I raised it 1.5 inches to almost 1.75 inches taller now. I run a 330 millimeter shock, and it sits at the same level frame wise as it did with the 270. So we got a bigger bike. That's why we cut it there. Came out pretty good for my first time. You know, it's the first one I ever cut. It's all pretty straight. Welds came out good. Got it ground down, did a little bit of body work. But that's your measurements for true. If you want 3 3/4, that's why I started with 3 3/4 inch. And then you had to cut this one 1.5 inches, and you have to cut this one at 3 5/16. That's the true triangulation if you want to start one. And then you can work from there. I think I wound up with 5, 1.75 inches, and I think these were 4. So that's what it worked out to be. And then we sleeved them with solid 5/8 rod. This lower rectangular tube, I didn't realize it until I got into it, and then it made perfect sense. The bikes are made in China. Metric. All the bolts are metric. Everything's metric. Well, the metal is also metric. It's not like this is 1x5/8 tubing. No, it's 15 millimeter by 25 millimeter tubing. Had to go to Germany. They wanted like $60 for shipping, just for these for like a 12-inch section, because that's all I needed. And it was like $60 shipping, for like a $13 piece of metal. So I scrapped that idea, and I went with standard 1 inch. I think I went with 1x1/2 or 1x5/8 or something. So it's a little, you'll see it's just a little bit thinner right in this section. It's good on the height. You know, it looks good from the sides, but it's a little thinner on the inside. You can see there. But it got all welded up, and then it's a solid. We did a solid plate all the way on the bottom, got all the way, and then got stitched all the way across the front. So that's good. We got that's a 13-inch battery tray now, rather than the stock 8-inch. And so we got one coat of paint on it. Got a coat of primer, a coat of paint on there. That's the upper frame. We're running some cheap eBay forks. Got dual drive piston calipers. Got those fitted. Had, like I said, a 330 millimeter shock we're running. Got some. That's another one of the dual drive. They're dual drive. They got arms on both sides, so they pinch on both sides. Most calipers, they just push to one side, they push to the back side, and kind of, I don't know, it's a little stronger of a method. Not hydraulic, but same principle. Pistons on both sides. So that's where we've been, man. We're still gonna run a 80 amp Sabaton and brush this motor setup. But so what we did, you know, when we cut there, so we didn't lengthen the chain or anything. That's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to lengthen the chain. Because you cut back here, this is probably the weakest part. If you would want to cut and then try to go 60 miles an hour, I don't think so. So I think I made a really good choice. Came out excellent. I love it. You really can't tell it's done, but it's done. The plastics don't fit. The lower plastics don't fit anymore. But that's all right, because we're gonna make us some maybe sail panels and put some sponsor logos on there and stuff like that. So it's a straight line fun bike. You know, it'll be a cruiser. But we're back. We're gonna make some more videos. We'll get up and running. Glad to see you guys in the new year. I hope it's been good so far. I'll catch you soon.